Animal Crossing New Leaf may be one of Nintendo's best sequels and is without a doubt the best in the franchise. Unlike previous installments since the original, New Leaf tries to find out what it can add to the formula rather than how to make it stand out. Nintendo has taken great detail to ensure that every new experience in the game provides context to what you're doing. The plot itself helps a lot. Becoming the mayor of your own town perfectly puts all of your characters' motives and gameplay into perspective. There would be no real reason for an ordinary citizen to try to diversify plant life, catch animals, dig up fossils, encourage people to move in and out of town, or change the town's flag and anthem. Putting you as the mayor also puts the player in better control of the game, giving you the power to control curfew, allowing the game to adapt to your lifestyle, whether you're an early riser or a night owl. The game also perfectly adapts itself to the portable platform, adding the ability to save anywhere. Gone are the days of asking a wiggling fire hydrant to end your game or hopping into the bed on the top floor. The game now understands that your time is valuable and respects it, as if Nintendo understands that not only children play these games. It's also great to see that even Nintendo breaks the fourth wall in making callbacks to the GameCube Classic, to even adding some self-deprecating humor as Rossetti makes fun of the 3DS's poor battery life. All of the characters feel more mature and grounded, almost as if they've aged with you. Tom Nook is no longer the angry, greedy store manager who's only in it for the money. He's a kind and caring uncle and successful real estate agent with a much more laissez-faire attitude about rent. One thing I've always loved about Animal Crossing is that it addresses real-world issues so subtly yet so deeply. It's almost as if you're reacting to them in real time, with real consequences and real benefits. Nintendo has tried to address deep issues in other recent titles, such as Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity, but nothing compares to the emotions you feel when you accidentally buy a piece of counterfeit art, or when you lose tons of bells because you invested poorly in the turnip market. Animal Crossing addresses these issues of reward and loss through real game aspects instead of forcing it on you with mountains of dialogue. The most refreshing element I've seen in this new game that makes it more realistic is the removal of old Mayor Tortimer. Tortimer felt like a god or perfect person in older games. No one had a negative opinion of him, and he seemed to have no flaws except for the fact that he was elderly. The removal of him has played a pivotal role in your town and adds a sense of humanization to leaders, showing that even those we hold up to a higher standard have flaws, just like you. My only major complaint with the game is an area called Tortimer Island, which completely distorts the economy. On this island are beetles on which you can catch, and they are worth an insane amount of bells. One time I've hauled in over 60,000 bells on one trip to the island. I feel this can be fixed by increasing the amount of bells to visit the island from 1,000 to 10,000, and maybe only make it appear a couple times a week. Other than that, I feel this Animal Crossing New Leaf is the best game in the series. It hasn't stripped anything down like Wild World, and it isn't corny and linear like City Folk. It takes everything you love about the original GameCube Classic and improves upon it and modernizes it. If you were a fan of any of the previous games, I highly recommend it. Nintendo has done an excellent job, and that's why Animal Crossing New Leaf gets a 10 out of 10.